My name is Lee James. I come from rural western Pennsylvania. You might have already picked up on the thought that we'll be talking about rural broadband. For you urban dwellers, you can relax. There's nothing here to see. I guess for maybe a dozen years or so, this has been an issue for the folks that live in my district and other rural areas in Pennsylvania. And apparently in 2018, this became a so-called initiative by this administration. And it's very important to our people, and it's a question I'm asked with some frequency. So I would like to pose this question, a couple questions. Could you bring us up to speed on what DGS's role is in this initiative, please?
Sure. Thanks for the question.
Really?
Yeah, really. I think it's important. I always appreciate the opportunity to clarify where our role is in these interagency efforts. The Department of General Services does not have a formal role with respect to the expansion of rural broadband services in Pennsylvania. What we have done over the last 3 years is competitively solicit and then award a contract with a third-party management firm with the intent of leveraging the Commonwealth's assets for the purpose of generating revenue. So if we have facilities, buildings, state park lands, places where places that would be advantageous, say for Verizon Wireless to put a transponder somewhere, we wanted to be able to compete with others in order to potentially have that tower built on our own property so that we could earn revenue from that tower. And we worked very hard to consolidate, to get all the agencies into one deal. And I'm very pleased that we're now moving forward with that. So our role has been specifically around trying to maximize the revenue and the return on the assets that we have across the Commonwealth for that purpose. As a side benefit, if and when we're able to leverage Commonwealth property in rural Pennsylvania for the purpose of leasing space on a current tower or building a new tower that ultimately helps solve some of the rural broadband problem, that's fantastic. And we certainly are working with our provider, they're called Agile, to make sure that we identify those opportunities. But I think that it would be, I think it's fair to say that leveraging the Commonwealth's assets by themselves will not be sufficient to solve the rural broadband problem in Pennsylvania. My understanding from looking at what other states have done is that it requires an investment. And the governor has proposed through his Restore plan just that investment. And so I would encourage you to support that.
Can you share a few of the agencies within our government that actually are participating in this program that you've described?
Every agency under the governor's jurisdiction is participating. The state police has a legacy contract that will be ending this year, and after their individual contract ends, they will be rolling into the new program.
Okay. And extend that, if you will, please. At what cost, then, to taxpayers do you anticipate this rollout will be?
The contract entails no cost to the Commonwealth. What the wireless manager is doing is they are taking assets that we currently own. They are making those assets available effectively as a broker to the Verizons of the world. And when they're able to put together a deal, Verizon will incur the cost of erecting their own tower or their own equipment, and then we will split the proceeds with Agile, and the share changes over time. Thank you. But it starts out with a 2/3 share to the Commonwealth, for all of the revenue that's generated on a new tower.
Is it fair to characterize the major telecommunications companies as being cooperative in this effort?
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.